The order very, very shortly. Thank you for your patience, and we appreciate you guys being here today. Okay, good. There is restrooms in this building right over here. Looking in the building to your left through that open door right there. If you need a restroom, help yourself. And again, we'll get started shortly. Thank you very much. I got it.
Huh? It looks like they're coming in. It sounds like they're. Bird's almost as big as that plane. Is that an eagle? It is, isn't it?
So go. But I know I've had probably 20 people come up to me today and say, good man, great guy. I said, are you talking about the same Mr. Poe that I know? No, I'm just kidding. But he's been here a long time. This has been in his family, what, 80, 70, 80 years or 100 or something like that. And this property's never been on the market until today. He's selling because he's at the age where he just needs to quit and doesn't need this much stuff to keep up with, and that's why we're here today. We'll tell you more about the stuff, and I've had several people tell me he's the best pilot they know. I did see him get in the plane we're going to sell here in a minute. Matter of fact, what we ought to get you to do right before we sell that, we ought to get you to take off, and I'll sell it while you're circling this place. How about that? That'd be unique. Then I need to say sold before you hit the... No, let's don't even talk about that. But anyway, we are going to sell the plane, but Mr. Poe, thank you for the opportunity to be here today. Thank you very much. Give him a round of applause. Good job. Thank you. Let me introduce those that will be helping us today. Peter Guerin and Gladys Webb are the agents that are representing Mr. Poe today in our company. Yes, if you called our office, you spoke to one of them, and they've done a good job, and we appreciate them. David Brewer, the president of our company, is here. Spencer Wilson, my son, we're all licensed agents with the company. Doug Westgate is somewhere. I don't even know where Doug is. Oh, right back here. Doug is with us as well. And then Caitlin's inside the office trailer. Let me go ahead and talk about the personal property, and we'll go ahead and get that out of the way, so when we get through this, we'll jump right on that. We'll do the real estate first, and then as soon as we do that, we'll start with the catalog with item number 1, which is the 2007 fifth wheel right over here, and we'll go right down the catalog by the number 1, 2, 3, 4, right down the line, just like it's labeled in your catalog. The only thing in this building that sells are these 5, 6, 7 pieces right here on the front row. The rest of it is that direction. We'll also sell the lawnmower, and we'll also sell the little airplane right there, again, by the catalog as we go. As far as paying for the personal property, we are set up today to take your credit card. We take any credit card, so you can get any of them you want to. And there's no extra charge for that. I know a lot of people now are charging 2.5%, 3.5%. We don't do that, and I'll never do that, because that makes me mad when I have to do that. So you're not going to pay anything extra. There's no sales tax today at all on the personal property. It's what you bid. Of course, there's a 10% buyer's premium that applies to everything on the real estate and on the personal property that will be a part of that. But you can, as soon as you buy an item, personal property-wise, and you're done, you're ready to go, walk right over to the office trailer. You'll get a computerized printout that'll show you what you bought, what you paid. It'll be your responsibility to move it. Now, Mr. Poe, I didn't ask you before this started, as far as moving, getting stuff off of the property, do you want to give them a week, 2 weeks? Okay, let's just say, because I know when we get the airplane bodies and the parts out in the field, it's going to take a while to move that. So let's say you'll have a couple of weeks to get that off the property. Please understand that you're buying and leaving at your own risk. Well, when I say sold today, it belongs to you. If I say sold and you buy this lathe, and you come back tomorrow and some parts are gone, you still own the lathe. It's your responsibility. So I would suggest move your stuff as quickly as you possibly can because we sure don't want anything missing. Okay, on the personal, of course, all of it you're buying as is, where is. We have a title, Gladys, where are you? We have a title on the rolling stock on everything except 2 items, and there's a bill of sale. We'll cover that when we get to it. But so we basically have a title on most things. When we get to a piece we don't have, we'll tell you. So that's the personal property. Let's focus on the real estate now. Here's the way this is going to work. We have in the acreage numbers that you have that was on our signs and in the advertising. We've had a new survey in the acreage numbers. We have exact now, and there's about an acre total more in its entirety than was advertised. So tract number 1 is 3 acres. It's with the house on it right over here. That'll be tract number 1. Tract number 2 is 37.83 acres. with 98, nearly 99 feet of frontage on the paved street out here. And then tract number 3 is 38.96, and right at 39 acres. It's got 211 and a half feet of paved road frontage. All 3 tracts have frontage to the property. Here's the way the auction is going to work on the real estate. There's 2 phases to this auction. Phase number 1 is individual tracts. Tract 1, tract 2, tract 3. We'll record a bid on the board right here to my left and to your right. The tract number 1 brought whatever. We'll record that bid. Tract number 2, tract number 3. Then when we get bids recorded on all 3 in his hand, when we go into phase 2, because I'm going to say any other combinations. He can raise his hand and say, I want to put all of it together, 1, 2, and 3, in its entirety. For a $5,000 increase in the total bid, he can be in what we call the winning position. Let's say he says, yes, I want to do that. Boom, ladies and gentlemen, we have a combination, 1, 2, and 3. And if there should be 3 or 4 people, and I think today might be the case there, if, let's say he says, I'm interested in all of it, this gentleman's interested in all of it, he is too, then we'll just conduct another auction in its entirety, go from there and record that bid when we get through. Then I'll say any more combinations. This young lady standing there, and she says, I only came here to buy tract 2, and that's all I want. For a $5,000 increase, again, she's got to absorb the increase that was just accumulated, but for $5,000 more, she can be in the winning position. On tract 2, if that happens, the individual bidders are back in, the total bidder is out, he can raise his hand back up and say, put it all back up again. When you stop bidding, I say sold, the auction's over. It's just that simple. If you're willing to give $5,000 more, if you came to buy it all, or you came to buy 1 tract, all you got to do is give $5,000 more, and you're going to leave here with what you wanted to buy. So keep that in mind as we go today. And then as soon as that's over with, we'll take a 5-minute break. We'll get contract or contracts signed, depending on the way it sells. Terms on the real estate today. My glasses on where I can see. Terms on the real estate today, thank you, sir. Tract 1, the house is $10,000. Tract 2 and 3 is $20,000, which means if you buy it all, it'll be a total of $50,000 down as earnest money. If you just buy tract 1, it'll be $10,000. If you just buy tract 2, $20, or tract 3, $20. But if you buy it all, it'll be $50,000 earnest money, balance due at closing, title insurance and a warranty deed. You're buying it free and clear, no liens, no mortgages, no encumbrances, no back taxes. There hasn't been debt, I'm sure, on this property, maybe ever, but in a long, long time. So you're buying the property free and clear. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Folks, a lot of you live around here. You're from this area. Some of you are not. I know we're way over in eastern Arkansas. I've even talked to a man from Texarkana a while ago, so there are people here from all. Things are happening around here. A lot of development around here. You've got nearly 80 acres right here with just a few miles from downtown Conway in a great location. Lays great, ready to develop. So if you're in that type of business, you need to pay attention because this doesn't happen very often. This opportunity doesn't happen very often. So today is your opportunity. You want to buy a pretty 80 acres and build you a house right here and run cows, horses, or whatever you want to do, you've got that opportunity too. My dad used to say, and he died 4 years ago and I miss him every day, but he started this business in 1961. And I've heard him say 1,000 times, the best investment on earth is from today. We are using Faulkner County Title Company, Annie Beth Wheeler, located here in Conway, will be the closing agent. We've already got the title insurance brought up to date. The only thing we need to do is put your name or names on the deed, and we can close quickly. We could probably close this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so we can close it quickly. We ask you to be ready, willing, and able to close within 30 days. Listen to me carefully. Listen carefully. Because if this applies to you, this will be the most important announcement I make today. You're here on the property. You got your earnest money. Let's say you want all of it. You got your $50,000 cashier's check. You're the high bidder. I say so. Congratulations. You call me back in a week and say, I just knew I could get the money. I went to the bank and my banker will not finance me. I'm going to say, wow, you've really messed up. You forfeited $50,000. That's the last thing I guarantee you Mr. Poe wants. He doesn't want your earnest money. He wants to find a buyer that'll close this property. And I guarantee you Wilson Auctioneers does it. So please be certain you can close within 30 days. If you want to go finance, that's fine. But it's not selling subject to financing. It's selling subject and go from there. Have I covered everything, David?
New survey by Craft and Toll.
New survey by Craft and Toll has requested on track 1 where the house is and the barn and stuff that he may need an additional 30 days from closing to move his stuff. So you need to, and that'll include the house, correct? So if you buy the house, expect to take possession of it 30 days from closing. Okay? The rest of the property will be immediate possession. You can start doing what you want to do with it the day you buy it. Any other questions? Anybody? Only time in an auction where silence is golden. Everybody understands what we're doing. Where is my water? Is that it? Any other questions? Let me ask you to do me one more favor. Many, about 35 years ago, I started praying before every auction, and I'm going to do that today. Let me ask you to bow your head. I'm going to open this word of prayer, and we're going to begin. Father, thank this family today. It's always difficult when you live somewhere most of your life, or all your life, and then but times change, and we get older, and you got to make decisions that may not be easy, but I pray that you be with him in the future. I pray all the people on the ground. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you very much. Let's have an auction sale now, and again, we'll offer track 1. We'll be at a total, then we'll go into combination, and this auction will be over. Track number 1 on the house. Let me tell you just a little bit about the house. On track number 1, it is again 3 acres, about a little over 220 feet. Actually, there's a new footage on the house. It is 233 feet, 233 feet of paved highway frontage. It's about 1,100 square feet. It's 2 bedroom, 2 bath. It was built in 1976. It includes a recent addition to the bedroom, bath, covered porch, 2,840 square foot enclosed hangar with a concrete floor, large overhang doors, offices, the restroom, an additional 40 by 56 metal canopy located beside the house. On track number 1, now's your opportunity. Let's go. Start along me, don't let me get for it. Don't make me beg you to bid. Start it somewhere. It's not even going to buy it. Start along me to get for it. 100,000 where? 100,000 to build a Bobby, 100. 100,000 to build a Bobby, 1. How about 50, more than I had. 60 where? 50,000 to build a Bobby is 60. 50,000 to get 50,000 to build a Bobby, $60,000 bill. 60,000, 50,000 now 60. 50,000 to get 50,000. 50,000 to get 50,000 to build a Bobby, 50,000. 55, thank you, sir. Now 60. 60,000, thank you. Now 5. 65,000, I'll play the game with you. Now 70, sir. 65 to give 70. 65 to give 70,000. 65, 70. You know it's worth the money, no doubt about that. 60. I didn't say you didn't have it. I said it. You know it's worth it. You could buy. If I had your money, I'd buy 70. 75,000. Now 80. 75. Do it one more time. Now 80. 70. 70, okay, I had 70,000 there. Okay, 70,000 there. 80,000 where? 70,000 to give 80. 80,000 to bill, 5 to give 80, 80 to give $80,000 bill. 70,000 now 80. Are you done? 70,000, 80,000, 75 where I'll let you in for nickel. 75,000 last call. 75,000 to bill, 5 to give 75,000.
He's 72.
72.5. Let me do that. That's it. 72.5. 75, counselor. 72.5. 75,000. It's only money. 72.5 to get 75,000. 75,000 to build a Bob to get 75. 72.5 to get 5. 75,000. 72.5 to get 75,000. 72.5 to 75,000. 70. Yes, sir. 72.5 is the bid. 75,000. 72.5 to get 75. Peter, you got an ink pen? I loaned mine to somebody, and there, I got it. 75,000, 72.5 is the bid. $75,000 bill. 72.5 to get 75,000. 72.5 to get 75. 5 to get 75,000. I'm not going to sell it yet. I'm going to let you tell me yes or no.
Please do.
I will. 72.5, 75,000, 72.5 to get 75, 75 that'll live it about to get 75,000, 72.5 to get 75, that'll live it about to get 75,000, 72.5, 75 going once, 72.5, 75,000 going twice, 72.5 to get 75, that'll live it about to get 75,000. You done. Let's hold the bid at 72.5 right here. Bidder number is, give me your number, sir. 879. 879 at 72.5. Again, the buyer's premium will be added on at the end. Okay, now on tracks 2 and 3. Track 2 is 37.83 acres. Track 3 is 838.96. We're going to sell those by the total dollar now. By the dollar. High bidder choice. High bidder choice, which means, let me just use you. You're the high bidder the first go around. This gentleman can say, I want track 2, or I want track 3, or I want both of them for that same amount of money, 2 times the money. So if he bids 300,000, he wants them both. He's buying them both. We'll put 300 on the board. We'll go to combinations. The auction will be over. So you can buy one or both. Tracks 2 and 3 by the dollar, not by the acre. By the dollar. Okay? Let's sell them. Start along me dollar to get for them. High bidder choice on 2 and 3 by the dollar.
Got
100,000, more than I had thinking. Now 150. 100,000, live it about 150. 150 now 200,000. 150 now 2. Get 200,000, live it about get 200. 175 now 2. 175 to get 200,000. 175 to get 2. Get 200,000, live it about get 200. Now 200 quarter. 200 now quarter. 225 to get 5. 5 to 200 quarter. When you get 210, I'll let you in. 200 now 10. 210 when you get 10. 10 to little about now 20. 210 when you get 220. 210 when you get 20. 220,000. 210 now 20. 215. 210 when you get 15. 215 now 20. 215 when you get 20. 220,000. Folks, this land ain't going to get any cheaper. This is quality stuff. You need to pay attention. I've got 215,000, right? 220. 215 when you get 220. 215 when you get 20. 20 to 220,000. Now 5. 220,000 now 5. 225 when you get 5. 5 to 200 quarter. 220,000 now 5. 225. 225 in the middle of 225. Anybody? 225,000. I got 220 bid. 225. Yay or nay? Let's hold the bid at 220,000. He takes track 2. Bidder number is 870. Bidder number 870 takes track number 2. All right, track number 3 is 38.96, about what? A little over an acre more than track 2. On track number 3, there it is. Starting on $1 to get for it. How much on it? Don't make me beg you to bid. 200. Well, you save a little bit of time. 200,000 where? $200,000, and let's go. Start it. 100,000. 100, thank you. Now 100 quarter. 125 to get 5, now 50. 125 to get 50, 50 to 150. 125 to get 50. 125 to get 50, 50 to 150. 125, 135. 125, 35. 135 to get 5, 135. 135. Get in the winning position. Make somebody take you out. 135. 135 in the back, now 45. 145, now 55. 155, now 65. 155 to get 65. 155 to he's out, Spencer. 165 to get 5 to 155. 165, 165, 155 in the bid with you, 165, 165 to get 5 to 155, 155, Spencer. Tell him I'll let him in for 160, 160, 160, 160, 155, now 60, 155, no doubt about that, ladies and gentlemen. Look what the last track brought. This track's bringing what? 80,000 less. I think it might be a better track, to tell you the truth. It is what it is. I've got 155, 160, 155 and 50. What's the 160? Thank you. Now 5. 165,000. New man in all the way. 165 to get 5 to 155. 160,000 now 5. 165 to the 165. Folks, when you get through, I've got a feeling I know what's going to happen. Several are going to want to put it together. Any other interest? I've got 160, 165. Anybody? Let's record the bid. 160,000. Bidder number 905. 160,000, bidder 905. Now give me a total. We'll go into and the first thing I'm going to do is offer it in its entirety. I think there's some interest here in its entirety, and we'll go from there. 462.5.
452.5.
452.5 is the total bid. 452.5. Again, the buyer's premium will be added on at the end. We've got $452,500. Let's offer it in its entirety. Tracks 1, 2, and 3. 452.5. Take a 5. Yeah, I'm sorry. What'd you say? Okay. 452.5, 500. Let's offer it in its entirety and go from there. 457.5, and you're buying it off. 457.5. 475, and you get 5, and you 450. You can. Okay. Let's see if there's interest in its entirety for 457.5. Any interest in its entirety? Any interest in its entirety? Okay.
Give us just a minute.
Yes, sir. No problem. I'll be glad to give you just a minute. And in the meantime, if you want to put a combination up, and we've had a request to put 2 and 3 up, we'll do that. If you want to go ahead, David, and pull that up.
1 and 2. 1 and 2.
1 and 2. I'm sorry. 1 and 2. 1 and 2.
Time bid is 292.5.
290.25, so 297.3. You might go 297.5 and get in the winning position. Again, any other combinations, now's your chance. 5 can get it in its entirety. Plus, yeah.
I can tell you any of them if you want to know. The 45, 49, so it'd be 496.
You want to put a combination up?
1 and 2 is 297.5.
297.5 would put you in the winning position of 1 and 2.
Before the premium.
Before the premium. 297.5.
330.
Yeah.
You want to put 1 and 2 together? Okay. Any other combination?
327, 250.
LQD.
Okay.
The group on 1 and 2 asked if you could give just a couple minutes to talk it over.
All right, we got a new combination of the entire farm, 457.5.
We've got a combination in its entirety at 457.5. So 1, 2, and 3 is now in the winning position. Tracks 1, 2, and 3. 457.5 plus the premium, and that's buyer number 905. Ladies and gentlemen, now that means the high bidder on track 1 is now out. The high bidder on track 2 is now out, and the high bidder on track 3 is now out. You can bring any one of those or any combination of those back up. Any other combinations? Any other combinations?
Gladys tying bid on 1 and 2.
Time bid on 1 and 2 is what?
297.5.
Plus 5.
Plus 5, so
200.
No.
3025.
3025.
Any other combinations?
All you gotta do is ask. I'll look at the combination.
Folks, it's too hot. Am I still on? No, I went on. Turn me on. I need batteries. Any other combinations? We're not going to tarry long. 1 minute and this real estate portion is going to be over. We're at 457.5 in its entirety, bidder 905. Any other combinations? Last call.
You understand now that we're bidding on the whole thing?
But you can get back in on just track one.
5.
We put track one up.
We put tracked one up for 5,000.
So I can almost $5,000 more next time.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's gonna.
Tying bid would be 77.5, so you'd have to bid 82.5 to be in winning position by track one.
82.5, and you can come back in on track one. You want to do it? We've got a combination on an individual track, track one, bidder number
879.
Gentlemen, that takes you guys out. The individual track 2s and 3s is back in. So high bidder on 2 and high bidder on 3 is back in the game. Okay, now, Doug, yeah, show them what it'll take to get back in on all of it. Which is how much, David? 1, 2, and 3 now?
Right. Tying bid 462.5.
467.
Should cost them $5,000 more money.
It is. It is. Yeah, he's raised. It's going to be $5,000 on the entire combination now. Every time this happens, it's going to go up 5.
467. We've got a combination 1, 2, and 3 in its entirety. Back to 905, which means all you individual bidders are now out. You can get back in if you want to on track one. Are you done?
4.
Thank you, sir.
How much is bringing them?
Well, David, what you mean total?
Yes, sir.
Total
Right here. 467.5 plus the premium. If you want to get in, it'll take a $5,000 increase. So for 472.5, you can be in the winning position on it in its entirety. Plus the 10. That's correct. Any other combinations? 1 minute, this auction is going to be over on the real estate. Any other combinations? Are we done? Sir, you sure? 30 seconds, I'm going to sell it.
Any more on that house?
Are you sure?
I don't want to have that. I just want to.
Okay. Last call. Any other combinations?
I can bid back bill $3 for
Josh,
that.
one more time.
And I'm going to say these 3 words that I love to say. And I sold it in its entirety right here. Bidder 905 for 467.5, a total of $514,250 in its entirety. Let's, gentlemen, we'll step over the office row. We'll get a contract signed. And we'll get started on the 5th wheel camper. Make your way to the camper. We'll be there very shortly.
It's on truck. I still run.